Hello. We are back. Just about an hour ago, I was live for some feeds nonsense, but now I am back to watch tonight's nomination episode of Big Brother 27. That is what we're here for today. And then afterward, I will be live for a podcast. That's what we're doing. I'm thinking of the 18th. I am still going to be keeping an eye on the feeds, just so you all know, because there's still been quite a bit going on, obviously. The question earlier today was, is there a chance Kat will use the veto? That was a pretty interesting thing to consider, because Rachel started pitching for it to be used. Catherine found out that Morgan was maybe coming for them, and Ava was saying she didn't mind. In fact, maybe Ava was considering wanting it used so that she could put Morgan on the block. However, they just finished their conversation. Seemingly, the answer still stands as a no. Welcome to the Puya Raiders. Again, Paramount is mad at me. I guess for having the feeds open in too many places. So now the question returns to, for now at least, will Zach use his power after all? Considering that he absolutely should. And he's currently campaigning to Ashley, which some people are saying, if he was planning to use it, why would he bother campaigning like this? And I don't think that logic super tracks, to be honest. I think that you would just continue to campaign up until the point where you came off the block, just in case. Blossom, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. I actually think I need to stop. Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to see if I can turn the feeds off elsewhere. The episode's about to start though, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, we'll see if that worked. Ashley told Zach the vote is 50-50, so we'll see if he believes her and if that has any influence over whether he decides to use it or not. Ben, thank you for the 18th. Shiro, thank you for the 9th. Esther, thank you for the 46th. Prediction commercial by 513. Thank you for the subscriptions there. Episode is starting very shortly here. It's on.
So buckle up, buddy.
You want to go to war with me?
Linda, thank you for the 6th. Genevieve, thank you for the 15th. Keanu could not be killed. I believe you have a prompt. Continuing to double down on Vince causing the Jimmy vote out is so annoying to me. I just hate liars, you know? I hate liars. Me and Adrian, we're on the same page. Go do things for gifting. Oh, I love it still. Minden, thank you for the 21st. Tiv, thank you for the 2nd. Jimmy still thinks it's Vinny? Oh boy. This is how things, you know, this is how we live in our society. Jay, thank you for the 12th. Wait, they just showed a clip from Unlocked. That was from Unlocked. That was never in an episode. I will hear no defense of coming up with whole cloth lies for the edit. There is never a reason to do that. It requires more work to create a new lie than to condense a truth. Blankety, thank you for the 14th. Grumpy with 42. All that jazz with 9. Thank you so much. And now a vote. Kelly is a cockroach. It's our time. She said she'll do it. I can't believe. Man, Rachel got so lucky with the HOH outcome. She would have been in so much trouble for this. No, no, no. Isn't it wild that Rachel Riley has returned to the show and in part is struggling because her cast is too strategically weak and that her ideas are too strategically good or complex for them to be able to comprehend? Rachel Riley. I have a feeling you won't be on the block this week. Actually thinking of the 17th. Like thing for the second month. This definitely helps, I think, further elaborate why Keanu's so convinced he's got Rachel. She said, I'm sorry to him in the moment, already prepping for the lie. I mean, this is very smart of Will. Nobody can prove it. No commercial. That was a great opening segment. That was just very fun. Um, do we get a Zach DR in the next segment? I'm also curious to know if or to see if they decide to show more of that storyline with the vote. How it did seem to get pushed far enough that people were actually starting to believe it wasn't Ashley. Veto ceremony will be tomorrow. I always forget to put this back up. Catherine is currently thinking she will not use the veto. The vote didn't really land on anyone. Basically, like, the thing is that the HOH sets the tone for what's important. Ava didn't care who voted that way. And so because Ava didn't care, the House basically just dropped it. Shit, thank you for the 36th. Cattle, thank you for the 4th. I feel like she talks about this pretty often, actually. I feel like this was funnier when she was talking about it before we started seeing it. This is just like a little clip show. And it is, yeah, it's way too long. Ivy, thank you for the 11th. This literally could have been funny if it was 10 seconds. And we don't need any of these clips. Ashley, thank you for the 11th. I was not a fan of that. Oh, you know what? I forgot how annoying the knockout comps are to watch when they're not live. Ingrid, thank you for the 14th. I feel like last time we got one, it was awful. Like, it took way too long. BG, thank you for the 13th. The Rachel versus Vince war. Is this what we're going to be watching for the next 10 minutes? Who wants to compete? Raise your hand. Zach volunteers. Kelly volunteers. Oh my god. That is the strategy I use. Who wants it? Oh, but that's not shady. That's not like worth evicting him, right? That's not like if Jimmy had done that, you know, like how he did your laundry and you were like, how manipulative. If Jimmy had done that in this comp, you probably would have been like, oh, I knew it. But when Zach, oh, Zach. We did get a Zach DR, by the way. This takes so long, dude. It was literally 30 dips in a row. Just 30 dips. Okay. I think I have to play. I think I have to play. If I play, it might be more fun. Okay, they're coming to commercial. Um next up. Prediction is, does Keanu get a DR? Yes, no. I can't believe I didn't remember this until like just before this started, that like the knockout comp last year was just so lame. Like the whole thing with the knockout comp that makes it so fun to watch is how fast paced it is. It's a quick thing with quick buzzing. People are eliminated. And then they have to quickly, and Julie's on them like, please choose some people. Please get to the button. And they panic and they pick people, and it's fast. Like they could literally air. They don't need to do it live, but if they aired the segment as if it were live or in a live, more live-esque format, I think it would be so much more interesting. All right, we're back. We're back. I don't like that strategy from Rachel at all. That overcomplicates it in my mind. Oh, I was going to play. I missed the beginning. Rachel and Keanu. All right, here we go. What? That's such a bad strategy, Keanu. We did get a Keanu DR. Stop saying words. I believe. Well, the problem is I needed to answer before Riley because I know Riley beats Zach. It's actually hard. I can't say it's fun to play. Middle. Yeah, it was B. Okay, I played one round. I got it right. The fastest draw in the West. It's C. She said it before me though. He just locked in C early. Well, now I know the answer. Well, I know what's not the answer, I guess. She has. I will say it was more tolerable trying to play, but man, just not a super enjoyable competition in general. I say that in comparison to how it is when you watch it live. Keanu did get a DR. HOH room segment. Do we get an HOH room segment? Here's the thing about the difference in how the show is edited with the current format. When the show used to have live HOHs on Thursday nights, you would go to the Sunday episode, they're the equivalent, and the HOH would already be won. Like you knew who the HOH was going into the episode. Right now, we are, by the time we get back from commercial, close to 40 minutes into the episode, getting to the same point where you would have started the episode in the past. Meaning, in the past, you had all of that time to talk about the events before noms, why the noms happened. Whereas in this format, you have roughly like 10 minutes. And I'm to be clear, I'm not saying that's like always a bad thing. Because there are weeks where the lead up to noms is just not that interesting. Sometimes the noms were just set right away, and this is one of those instances. But undeniably, we lose airtime for the sake of a much longer. Well, this was a 2-segment competition, and it really just messes with the pacing of the episode. Monique, thank you for the 16th. And McKinley with 24 in a row. Tweak with 16. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean the Rachel, the who the floaters grab a life vest moment. Wouldn't be the same. Emily, thank you for the 51st month. It's pretty chilling to think about all of the classic Big Brother moments that you think of when you think of the show, and how few of them are even possible in the modern era, purely based on show format. We're back. No one-on-ones. That look when she says no one-on-ones. And one-on-ones are the only thing you're good at. Susie, thank you for the 24th. Tumbleweed, thank you for the 11th. You should feel good too. So this is the thing. By the time the feeds came back for us, she was already saying Zach. So it was curious. She really was putting up Ashley. I mean, we knew this, but I didn't know it was like that. You can't be that surprised, Mickey. You're the one that talked with her about putting Ashley up next week. A chatty Kathy. We did not see an HOH room. But we could run it back. And we will. Listen, this is the first good thing I've seen Mickey do in the last 2 weeks. I mean, this is why we were so high on Mickey as opposed to people like Vinny and Zach. Because if this were Vinny in that spot, he'd be like, oh, interesting. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, that would be a good idea. I mean, I could see why she's a chatty Kathy. I mean, how annoying. I mean, you could also do Zach, but I think you have a really smart idea about Ashley. The problem is that this is also Mickey, and so, by Sunday, she's having a conversation with Morgan. Hey, Ava really wanted Ashley on the block. Amy, thank you for the 7th. You can still get signed copies of the book, yes. It's just like, who could have guessed that if not for Mickey this week, Ava's HOA train could have been an absolute disaster? Mickey, who had the worst HOA train of the bunch, managed to save Ava's. I think they're still trying to show Mickey as a good player. I mean, listen, if this is how it went, and honestly, I don't have a reason to doubt that this is how it went. We heard from Ava that she considered Ashley. And we knew that coming into the week, she was talking about doing Ashley. So now what I will say is that we had credited it more to Will because we saw the Will conversation. But I guess it's possible that the Mickey conversation queued up the Will conversation. All right, we're back. Oh my god. Wait, are they gonna play the kiss on the episode too? We we don't need to see this twice. Oh my god, it's a longer version of the one we saw in Unlocked. Oh. These are seen straight from the update. they're finally they're finally showing us Vince. this a thing? I'm really, really happy we got that segment because I think that you can't understand Vince without seeing that side of him. The Burger Boys. Zach took out his ally Morgan and still got in trouble for it. What a concept by Ava. Listening to her allies when they give her good advice, putting up her enemies. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you where she learned it from because it certainly wasn't this house. Oh, almost like it was common sense. No HOH room. Final DR? Is it Ava? Is it Vinny? Zach? Keanu? Rachel? Mickey? Will? Or other? It's frustrating that they had the feeds down for so long after the HOH. I mean, that's obvious, but like we missed such a vital conversation there. We really didn't know how close it was. That Ashley went up on the block or could have gone up on the block. It couldn't have been unlocked. They finished taping that, I think, before the comp even happened. Yes, we will get the speech, hopefully. All right, we're back. It's grating to me every time. That's it? What's wrong with them? Rachel was literally like, "You are going to be an icon." That was phenomenal television. Vince, I hate to tell you, you're fighting to get to average, not to get out of it. Bro, chill. Yeah, why show Ava's nomination speech when you can instead show a 2-minute wartime flashback segment? Zach was the final DR. Bit of a wild one, too. I don't think I wrote down her speech, if I'm being honest. I don't think I have it on the ready. I think I said it on the update because I remembered it, but I don't think I wrote it down. Benny, thank you for the 11th. I mean, I could find it. I just don't think I can find it before the podcast starts. Unless somebody posts it somewhere. Like now. I know it's like, yeah, like too many hands in your pot. You're like a gardener. Vinny the Lip. I don't know if your body is. I don't think your body is tea was supposed to be part of the. Was that this part of the speech, or was that something you just said? See, this is the problem. Is that like we can try to repeat it, but unless I have the. I need the cadence. I need the delivery. I need the exact words. Either way, I will I'll be live for the podcast soon. Um We'll have some fun with it over there. I'll, of course, be live tomorrow in the morning for the update. It's going to be a bit of a doozy. There's plenty that went down today, plenty that may continue to go on here. Keanu, I yelled at you. Vinny the Lip. Hands are in so many pockets, you think you were a gardener. In so many, is it pockets or pots? Yeah, I thought it was pots. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. But yes, that's what I've got. If you missed it earlier, we did a stream watching some of the feeds after the Rachel Morgan fight. So you can check that out if you missed it. Also did a fun Blood on the Clock Tower stream yesterday with a wild second game in particular. You can also tune in tomorrow for the Tastemakers if you are somebody who watches scripted television or film. I went and saw Weapons, and we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have Taylor on to talk about Weapons and the other new shows and movies from the week. So, check all of that out. Check out the book, and yeah, that's what I got. All right. Thanks again. I will see all of you very soon on the podcast.